What is up, my friends? My name is Echo Thrumi, and today I'm back with another deck highlight, this time from Alpha, who is from my home clan, War Masters Inc. Sitting at 4,143 cups in Arena 10, Alpha has our deck for us today, but before I show that to you guys, I want to thank you all for coming down the channel and spending a moment of your day here with me. I really do appreciate it, and I want to ask you guys, who got the Electro Wizard in that challenge? Was it you? Let me know in the comments below, and if you didn't, let me know how close you got. I personally struggled severely. I did a horrible job in that challenge, did not get myself an Electro Wizard, but I did not spend too much time trying either, to be fair. But let's get into this deck highlight, guys. And of course, it's going to feature that Electro Wizard. It also has the Princess and the Miner. As you can see, we're looking at a Zap Bait deck right here, guys. You have the Inferno Tower as the primary defense, Fire Spirits, Goblin Barrel to pair with that Miner, Skeleton Army, and the Zap spell. And this deck consists, well, actually costs 3.1 elixir. I have two replays from Alpha, and we're going to get into them right now. And while I get that set up, guys, let me know in the comments below, what are some of the best things that you got for Christmas if you're someone who celebrates? Did you get anything gaming related? Just let me know. I'm curious to see what you guys picked up. Alright, so it looks like he's ready to play that Princess down the right hand lane, but it looks as if the opponent's going to be playing that giant, the Royal Giant, which is going to distract the Princess and not allow her to get any shots off on that tower. But the Inferno Tower is there to save the day and to tear down that Royal Giant before he can do any damage to the tower. And the tower will finish off this wizard, with this wizard only taking one shot. And here we go. Nice, a zap placed behind, not a zap, a Goblin Barrel placed behind the right hand tower so that the zap can be misplayed. Nice counter right here by the opponent. That Fire Spirit, that single Fire Spirit, did a nice job taking out half of that Skeleton Army. But now we have a Skeleton Army Electro Wizard push up that right hand lane, taking a little bit of hit points out of the tower. Not a ton, because that's not what the Electro Wizard's all about, but gets it done. And here's a nice counter by Alpha, countering those minions and that mini P.E.K.K.A with just 3 Fire Spirits. Only one shot from the minion is going to get onto that tower. Looks like another Goblin Barrel. Yes, it is. And look at how it was placed. It was placed in front of the tower. Beautifully done. Really, really psyching out his opponent, Rhino, making him waste that zap. And the Gob still made it to the tower. Nice play with those Fire Spirits. Another Fire Spirit leading the way for the Hog. But there's the Skeletons. He was ready this time around. Alpha, was. And here in comes the Miner. Yes, there's the Miner. It's going to beat on that tower. And are those Skeletons going to make it there? A bunch of them do. Yes, they do. And they're tearing that tower down right there. And that's the whole point. Use that Miner for distraction and have your smaller troops make their way up to the tower and tear it down. Here we go. Electro Wizard taking on the other Wizard and the mini P.E.K.K.A. And the tower is going to finish them off along with that Princess and the Skeleton Army. Nice placement of that Skeleton Army just in time so that the Wizard could not take him down. This time the Goblin Barrel played directly on the tower. Royal Giant incoming. Princess, nice zap to redirect that Royal Giant onto the Inferno Tower rather than on the tower. And here comes the Skeletons along with the Princess working on that horde of troops. Fire Spirits taking out the minions. Really some solid defense played right there by Alpha. Very well done. Looks like we have 27 seconds left. He has a solid 1 tower lead, and he's waiting for that Royal Giant to be placed, and there it is. He's got the Inferno Tower, dropping it right there, right now, and it's going to tear down that Royal G. And the Inferno, it's distracted, but we have that Skeleton Army as well. Really good-looking, fun deck right here. What I would assume, guys, is if you don't have the Electro Wizard, you could sub in Archers. Very different effect that you're going to get, but it's still going to be able to get it done, and it's going to cost a little bit less. It'll be a 3.0 elixir cost deck if you sub in the Archers. And we have one more replay, and we're going to watch it right here. Here we have Alpha on the bottom working his way up. He's a level 10, and he's playing against a level 11 in the Legendary Arena. Let's see how well he does and how he comes at this one right here. Goblin Barrel behind that tower again. The zap misses 2 of them. Gets 2 of them and misses 1 of them, allowing that Miner and that other Goblin to beat up on that tower. Well done. It looks like he's ready to play the... What's he going to do? Electro Wizard? Right on top. Nicely done. Electro Wizard right on top of that that musketeer. And then this princess right in the center playing defense on both towers. Nicely played. But the left-hand tower of Alpha's is taken down a little bit more than he has the right-hand tower taken down of Lord. Musketeer engulfed by skeletons. Zap played, so the miner was not wasted, but the miner's going to be going in right now with that goblin barrel. Right in front is the god barrel. Ooh, a fireball. The opponent had nothing else in the bag. He had to use the fireball. Here comes the Electro Wizard right on top of that miner, taking out some hit points just on the drop. And it looks as if the princess is going to be played in that right-hand tower. And yes, she is. She gets one shot off before being logged down. So that's a positive elixir trade for the opponent right there. The Electro Wizard does a little bit of work on that left-hand tower and one shot on that musketeer, but that was not enough to do any significant damage. And here are those skeletons yet again on the musketeer. They were zapped away, but the musketeer was taken out. Goblin barrel going to the right tower, but dropped in front again. It seems that he likes that drop behind and then that drop in front, really being tricky with how he handles that barrel for the opponent. Looks like he's going to have a miner coming in soon as well. Miner on miner. He's beating up on that miner, and then his miner is going to jog up that lane. He has fire spirits. Oh, the Inferno Tower usually doesn't do a very good job on these elite barbs, but the skeletons do. That's always my problem with using them, guys, is that the elite barbarians just thunder right through that Inferno Tower. We have the miner. We have a few skeletons on that tower. This could be it. This is going to be it right there. That right-hand tower is taken down. And again, this is a level 10 versus a level 11, so it's an impressive play by Alpha right here, taking on a higher level opponent with higher hit points on his tower. Electro Wizard comes down yet again on that miner to beat him up, and the elite barbarian gets himself in the tower, but the skeleton army is there to clean up that mess. Electro Wizard working on that musketeer. Goblin barrel in the tower along with that miner, but they're not going to get it done. With 6 seconds left, I think it's safe to say that Alpha brings home the win on this one with some really solid defense and some tricky offensive plays. Let me get you guys back to that deck momentarily here. I'll donate one of those as well. Okay, back to this deck. So I think that you guys are able to see that using this deck definitely takes some you have to be nifty, I guess you could say. You're not going to be placing that goblin barrel directly on top of the tower every time. You have to psych out and trick your opponent so that they can misplay their zap spell, misplay their log, and so your goblins get onto that tower. Also, you're going to be trying to get your miner tanking and distracting that tower so that you can get some fire spirits, skeletons, or even that goblin barrel in the tower. And the princess, she's going to play some solid defense, cleaning up some horde troops, and maybe even get a few shots in the tower from the bridge. So that has been the highlight, guys. As usual, I'd love for you guys to give it a shot and let me know how well it works for you. Always curious to see if these decks work for you or if you're not a fan. And remember, if it doesn't work for you guys, there's so many other decks in my deck highlight section of this channel that you should definitely try some others. Every deck does not fit every person's play style. I love golem decks, but I severely struggle using them. So you have to find the decks that work well for you. If it doesn't work well for you, doesn't mean it's a bad deck. It means that maybe you're not playing it right, or maybe it's just not a deck that fits your play style, and there's nothing wrong with that. So if you guys made it this far in the episode, I want to say thank you, and I hope that you decide to subscribe for future content. And if you already subscribed to the channel, guys, I hope you decide to hit that like button for me. And as many of you already know, I come out with content every single day, Clash of Clans and Clash Royale. I hope to see you guys back again tomorrow. Until then, be good.